It was a crisp fall morning at Hogwarts. The leaves were changing, the students were bundled in scarves, and Hagrid's pumpkins were growing to the size of small houses. Everything was perfectly autumnal until Dumbledore announced a new school initiative, Pumpkin Spice Everything. The plan was simple: pumpkin spice butterbeer, pumpkin spice potions, pumpkin spice quills. Even Filch's mop water had suddenly scented like a Starbucks. At first, the students were thrilled. Ron declared, "This is the best thing since chocolate frogs." Hermione nodded, till her textbooks started releasing pumpkin spice scented steam every time she opened them. She sneezed so violently that she set off 3 protective charms and nearly decapitated a Slytherin first year. Things escalated quickly. Hagrid brewed a pumpkin spice love potion that accidentally made every student fall madly in love with the giant squash in the courtyard. Soon the entire school was gathered around, chanting romantic poetry at a gourd the size of a carriage. Draco Malfoy tried to hex it, but instead the pumpkin hexed him, turning his hair bright orange and giving him the overwhelming urge to wear Ugg boots. Meanwhile, Snape was absolutely done with the whole affair. His dungeon smelled like a Yankee Candle warehouse, and his potions class was ruined. "Today, we brew pumpkin spice polyjuice." He glared at Crabbe and Goyle, eagerly drank it, transforming into basic wizards holding frappuccinos and loudly discussing astrology. Snape considered retiring on the spot. A Quidditch pitch wasn't spared either. Madam Hooch announced that all broomsticks had been coated with pumpkin spice scented polish. The smell was so overpowering that the players got distracted mid-air, crashing into each other like caffeinated pigeons. Harry caught the snitch, but only because it got stuck to his pumpkin spice glazed fingers. By dinner, the entire Great Hall was glowing with a sickly orange aura. Even the ghosts smelled faintly of cinnamon. Nearly Headless Nick complained, "It's hard enough being half decapitated, now I smell like a latte." Peeves the Poltergeist started pelting students with pumpkin spice muffins that exploded on contact. Finally, McGonagall snapped. She stood on the staff table, robes billowing, and roared, "Enough with the pumpkin spice lattes!" She banished every last pumpkin spice item in Hogwarts except for Hagrid's massive gourd, which exploded in protest, covering the school in pumpkin guts. The next morning, the fad was over. The air was clear, the hallway smelled normal again, and the students swore never to touch pumpkin spice anything ever again. That is until Starbucks released a new limited edition pumpkin spice Patronus, and the dear witches and wizards was the pumpkin spice disaster of Hogwarts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more magical chaos, or else Draco Malfoy will show up in Ugg boots at your door.